Welcome back to my channel. Another awesome day, another awesome recipe. So I've been getting a lot of requests. Hey, can you make that braided salmon? We just hit 15K on YouTube. Thank you guys for all the support. Thank you for the requests. Thank you for tuning in daily. So stay tuned. All right, so this is about 3 pounds of salmon. I'm gonna start by removing the skin, just slit it at the bottom and just use a knife and you can just slide it all the way through. It comes off so easy because you need the skin to be gone to braid it. So I'm gonna remove the skin, then I'm gonna gather my seasoning and I'm gonna season it up. If I have some jerk seasoning, I'm gonna use some all-purpose seasoning, some fish seasoning. There it is, it's coming off, just showing you the process. All right, so we got rid of that. Now, well, there's a little piece left. All right, so after this, we're gonna cut it into 3 pieces. Like when you have plait here, as Jamaicans say plait, braid. All right, let me get some of this fish scale gone. Just wipe off this cutting board. All right, so just gonna slit it about 1 inch from the top, and I'm just gonna give it 2 slits to divide it into 3, because you need 3 pieces to braid. So I'm just gonna do this, but I like to do it this way better than, I see some people season it once they braid it, but I think it needs to be seasoned before. So, it can get the seasoning between the sides, the bottom, the back, everywhere. So that's what I'm doing right here. I'm gonna All right, and we need some green seasoning. That's about 1/4 of a cup. I have some dry rub jerk seasoning right there. So I'm gonna put the dry and the wet rub. All right, so probably about 1 teaspoon of the dry jerk seasoning and another teaspoon of the wet jerk seasoning. Make sure, like I said, season it well, but you don't want to over season it. So I'm just using everything in moderation. I'm using about 1 tablespoon of the all-purpose seasoning, and I'm also gonna add the sweet chili sauce. Definitely, that's the wet jerk seasoning right there. Probably about 1 teaspoon of that. But everything is just gonna work together great. Let me go ahead and add my green seasoning. Like I said, that recipe is on my channel if you scroll down. All right, so you can look for that. And then that's I'm actually gonna put some jerk marinade on here too, about 1 teaspoon of that. So like I said, everything goes a long way. This is gonna be so flavorful. Just make sure I don't miss any part of the salmon. Just getting everything on there. Then I'm gonna rub it in and just let it sit to the side for about 30 minutes before putting it in the oven. All right, so I'm just putting a little bit more of the jerk seasoning on here, the dry jerk seasoning. All right, so get everything in well. Got the seafood seasoning, the jerk seasoning, the all-purpose seasoning, the jerk marinade, the green seasoning. So all of that together is just gonna make this so good. And then I'm gonna add, it's like like a nice sweet chili sauce, my favorite sweet chili sauce, which is Frank's Red Hot. So yep, see, you need it all the back. That's why you need that skin gone. So, and then like I said, we're gonna braid it. And yeah, if you've never braided it, this is easier to braid a salmon than to braid here, even though we grew up braiding, your sisters, your cousins here. So but yeah. So I'm using about that's probably about 1/4 cup of sweet chili, just getting everything out. So everything went well together, everything goes great. Then I'm gonna make a sauce towards the end to, just to base it while it's in the oven. So yeah, just get the seasoning, rub it in well, and then, like I said, set it to the side, let it marinate for at least 30 minutes. Oh, and I had some leftover shrimp and crab from the other night. So these are raw shrimp. So these are actually the wild Patagonian pink shrimp. I'm gonna put them, put a few pieces. I'll probably have about a pound left. I'm just gonna rub them up in the same seasoning. You see there's a lot of seasoning left on the cutting board, so you know shrimp don't require much seasoning, so what's on the board will be perfect for them. All right, so once everything is seasoned, just gonna go ahead and braid it. So, you know, just from one end to the other. Yeah, you can't braid it too tight. It's gonna start falling apart. So just, you know, braid that in consideration that you're not braiding here. It's actually meat, so. All right, but this is, I think this idea is so cute. Whoever invented it or whoever started or this trend or whoever came out with it, I love it. And that extra seasoning that's on the board, you could just, you know, just rub it on, just get it on there. Just rub it all over the salmon. And oh, I had some crab left over in my freezer. Did some crabs the other night, so I'm gonna, this crab meat, it tastes better than that crab they sell in a jar, to crab clumps to stuff your meat with. Just like your regular crab, if you have leftover crab, you don't have to go buy special crab to stuff your meat. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna add some crab meat to this. You know how people buy the lump crab meat separate? I just had crab, so there it was some cooked wild Canadian crab. It was so sweet. I just rubbed some of that jerk, the same seasoning on my cutting board right in it, and I just stuffed it in the salmon and it turned out perfect. It was so good. And yes, pineapple will be in this recipe, so I'm just gonna, you know, line the bottom with some pineapples. I'm gonna add the salmon on top of this. I'm gonna put a little bit of the pineapple Ciroc. As far as, you know, I'm gonna make a little sauce at the end, so I'm just gonna drizzle this with the pineapple Ciroc. All right, so now it's in the bacon dish. I'm gonna add the crab meat. I'm just gonna stuff it between, like I said, that same sauce that seasoned the salmon. I just basically, you know, rubbed it all over it. So I'm stuffing it underneath it. It was so good. The crab, the salmon, the shrimp, seafood goes perfect together. All right, so this right here was probably $100 meal. By the time I bought the crab, I was like, the crab, the shrimp, I was like, yeah, this is more expensive than buying a couple pounds of oxtail. All right, so that was, yeah, I'm stuffing it. Just stuff it underneath. However, some people put it on the top, but I didn't want to hide the braid, so I didn't top it up with it. All right, so I'm just gonna give it some parsley just to give it a little color pop. All right, and then I've already preheated my oven to about 375. I'm gonna allow this to bake for about 35 minutes at 375. And then I'm gonna, you know, while I'm basting it, at the end, I'm gonna take it out, put it back in and let it broil for like another 3 to 4 minutes. So less than 40 minutes and it should be ready. All right, so I'm just adding a little pineapple Ciroc just for the flavor. I'm gonna also make a sauce with the pineapple Ciroc, so just be great together. And make sure you grease your baking pan. I grease mine with my coconut oil, so whatever oil you have, you can do that. So look how this looks already, and it's not, we didn't even bake it yet. Look how beautiful this looks. All right, so it's going in the oven right now and at 375, and I'm gonna set my timer for about 35 minutes. And I was making some mashed potatoes. That video will be after this video, so you can watch it and make some delicious mashed potatoes. I also made some asparagus. I love asparagus. See, it doesn't require much time. I just add it to my little skillet with some olive oil, salt and pepper, and that's all you need for the asparagus. If you love asparagus, I always break the ends off because the ends are always old. So that's all I did. Wash them, break the ends off, and little olive oil and little salt and pepper, and you're good to go. Toss them for like 3 to 4 minutes because I don't like when they're overcooked, okay? They don't taste good overcooked. All right, so we're gonna move on to the sauce. This is like a little wine reduced sauce. I'm gonna add butter. This is some sweet chili, about half a cup of sweet chili. I'm gonna add some Ciroc. I'm gonna add some, this is the jerk marinade, about a teaspoon of the jerk marinade. So I can, you know, still sweet, spicy. You can add, if you don't have sweet chili, you can add honey or you can use sugar, you know, just to get your little sauce. All right, so my sauce is starting to thicken up. It's been on the stove for about 20 minutes. I'm just gonna start basting it, basting the salmon. So it's been about 20 minutes since it's been in the oven. See, starting to get some color. And I'm gonna also do the same thing right at about 35 minutes. Look at that drip. All right, so yeah, and then I'm gonna put it back in and broil it for a few more minutes and dinner will be completed. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, so as soon as I drop another hot video, you'll be the first to be notified. All right, so we have the salmon, I have the mashed potato. That video is also next on this on my channel. I have my pineapple, my avocado, my asparagus. See the nice mashed potatoes? So good, good, good. All right, again, thank you for watching and thank you for all the support. I will see you on the next video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.